Hey guys, how y'all doing? Today I'll be casting a 16 versus 16 match between OneUp Esports and ESF. I had a lot of fun casting this, I had some good POVs, and I had a lot of help from my co-cast today, that was BrettFX. BrettFX is a legendary Battlefield caster who has been in the scene for over a decade, well over a decade. And he actually came back to help us this week with this cast, and it's quite a treat, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoy watching Battlefield competitive like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps grow the scene, and it helps get the word out there about the scene. Regardless, enjoy the video. I'll see y'all later. Both teams, so we're
Skittles
good.
says Proto is streaming.
Oops.
Okay, well, I need that link, Skittles, if you don't mind. We'll add it in as soon as someone can DM that.
Time to play the game.
Okay, so it looks like we got a heli drop
They're
happening
really
here.
slow. The rest is really slow getting in.
Okay, calm. Okay,
don't
Rubber
see the
spawned
Jets.
into the
Jets
attack
and
heli
guns
gunner
still.
seat. Here, they're either looking for damage on this attack heli, and they're also looking for laser guidance, Brett.
Yeah,
So they gotta watch out. But the jet fight is gonna be the defining factor on this map, so we've gotta watch for this.
Come on,
Yeah.
help me, help me.
Hold on. Uh-oh.
I'm running.
Someone's on Chevy. That's not good. Pongstroid showing his experience here, already taking out the OneUp stealth jet.
You can go.
We gotta be rule. Oh my god, now we got a game on our hands. This is a major part of this.
Soldier on their
Yeah,
base.
tow missiles also going to be coming out.
No flares.
Oh, just barely
AJ far left,
missing
AJ
over there.
far
That
left.
was Chadman
No
almost
ideas
being
on-
able to get the
Yeah, I got
helicopter.
one guy on the right.
But yeah, this air game right now that's going on, it is chaos. I don't even understand what happened in that breakout hardly, just because of the view that we saw. But that was absolute madness.
What happened there was both teams
AJ
came out
coming.
and said, let's
Soldier
dogfight,
from
let's
the
figure it
left,
out
he's
right
coming.
now.
They both
They
coming.
didn't play
Soldier.
defensive. They both just went for the fight, and it looks like
Stinger on
Pong was
B,
able to get the
right side
angle.
B.
But they need to get this kill on the stealth jet.
Soldier's on
This
flare.
has to die. Oh no! Oh no!
Got two on C.
Both jets are down for OneUp. This is not good. It's a matter of time now for the heli to die. ESF has established early air dominance here.
SJ above our spawn.
Yes,
This
they
isn't
have.
good.
And we're also going to be seeing them trying to dodge out these missiles.
Soldier's
I was
no
watching
flares.
Addy's view there for a second, and he was throwing a couple of tow
Helena
missiles
flares.
over there. So they are having
Helena
to
flares
dodge
low.
both jets
dead.
and the tow
Oh,
missiles.
jet dead! Oh my god, wow! Look at the gameplay, holy
AJ
shit!
on the killer side though.
Attack heli died for ESF! Stealth jet is dead for ESF! It's just attack jet versus attack heli! Oh my god, OneUp has just equalized this whole game, and they are back in it. ESF have a three flag hold. They are currently in the lead with ticket burn.
Slow.
That's it.
In their spawn. Don't know which one.
One dead C. High over spawn.
Right now, we're going to be watching a lot of laser guided here,
I got
Brett,
one- I got a
and he's
big on
gotten
the right.
damage on the tank that's holding right side B. There's a tow missile. They've got to watch out. They can't get hit with a tow. Right now, this is an advantage for, I would say, OneUp. The attack heli has so much more benefit on this map than the attack jet, I would say. But that's just me.
Proto's in the Discord.
Unlock
If
some
you want to
D.
bring that up on
Good
the
touch.
All right, 10-4,
Yeah,
10-40. Give me just a moment
I
here.
don't know how they got there. I'm on it. Good shit. Can come right there.
Here, I'm going to maintain my POV
I'm dead on that
real
guy.
quick here, and I'm going to try and find this.
Okay, go.
Okay.
One more on the body. On my X.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah,
make
toes,
this.
High
toes.
left. He's high left. I don't know how they got there. Spin left.
Okay, and we're going to add this to our other POV.
We don't have tugs.
We are going to be seeing some flag
Going back towards
exchanges
there.
coming in, but ESF still holding on to that 3 flag cap
He's dead. He's dead.
as they are starting to gain back. It looks like on C. Addy is getting pushed back into the tank, trying to figure out what our infantry is doing down here.
Might be in the
Proto,
village and stuff.
he is. Well, it looks like they do have control of it on the construction site.
Swapping to the ESF POV. I'm watching Addy now. Addy's going to be trying to get this tow missile off. They know how important this is to get this. But see, you see it right there. The back cap from ESF is so critical to their game plan here.
Yeah.
And it's about, can OneUp stop this back cap from happening? Addy's sustaining a lot of damage here. He doesn't have a gunner on his tank to repair him here. But it seems like this angle kind of works out pretty good because he's able to hide from any laser guidance from the attack heli. The jets are back up for OneUp. Both jets, stealth and attack. And heli is up. Heli's going to go for a farm here. I'm actually going to see if Addy's able to make anything happen with this next tow, and I'll be swapping back to the OneUp POV.
Rubber just crashed, so their helicopter is down.
Oh no!
Right now, so they are out of it. They're going to be waiting for us to respawn back in. So that is going to be a huge win for ESF right now.
Oh no! So wait, Rubber the heli crashed. That is not good. But they still have their 2 jets. Oh, ECM takes down one of the jets. I can't see because Addy's game is not cropped correctly. I'm going to swap to the Proto POV here, just so you know, Brett. so we can maybe get a better view of the kill feed as well.
Yeah, right now, Proto laying down on the ground, but fighting over there on that, was that D?
Yeah, this would be
he's
the D
fighting on.
flag.
Yep.
And take a look at the map there. I don't know if you caught that, Brett, but ESF actually have a guy sitting outside of the gimme flag for OneUp, but he's not burning the flag. I wonder if he's staying there as a spawn beacon of some sort. You see this player right here, the little blue dot there? I wonder what his position is. You know, like what does him sitting there do? Because they could burn that flag, right? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, a lot of times what you're going to be seeing those players sitting back, waiting for an opportunity. Maybe there's a squad wipe somewhere else on the map, or maybe they're going to be getting a... Ooh, that was a nice RPG. But waiting for somebody to get a key cap, flag cap, or maybe a squad wipe, or get wiped themselves, and that gives them an opportunity to go ahead and make that shift to spawn all the way across map, hit it real hard with maybe a full squad, and just burn that flag down super fast.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it looks like OneUp has a bit of a map control here. Oh, wow. OneUp is infantry in the construction part of the map here. That's interesting to see here. Maybe they have come up with a new strat maybe to counter ESF. I know this is a big match, and both of these teams have probably created strats just for this other team that they're playing. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. But it looks like OneUp has actually gotten control of the map here. ESF is burning the E flag for them now. It looks like Proto's looking for some kind of kill in this construction. It seems like they're worried about their B flag being burned. But if you look up at the top, OneUp has made it over to the ESF gimme on A flag. So, I mean, they're just going to be trading flags this whole game, it looks like, Brett.
That's the name of the game, man. Constantly moving. I know a lot of these guys, they come from previous battlefields, and that was the name of the game, especially back at Battlefield 3 and 4. You want to be constantly moving, constantly putting pressure onto those flags. You don't necessarily have to always have the dominant 3 flags in the game. Go for some others. And they don't have to win those back flags. That's a key difference, too. You don't have to win them, but you do need to flash it so that it pulls back the other team. If you can create pressure somewhere else on the map to relieve pressure on your other teams, maybe on a critical middle flag, then that right there is doing its job.
Absolutely. Brett, I have swapped to the rubber POV here because he's back in the attack heli gunner seat. This will give us a good top-down view of the map. It looks like ESF have gotten onto the C flag here. Rubber is attempting to clean up with the heli gunner seat here. I'm not too sure what jets are up right now, but I imagine that they are very worried about the location of whatever they got. Is that a heat seeker coming out from the ESF attack helicopter? Now, Brett, to show you how significant this is, this attack heli pilot has not equipped heat seekers ever in a match or a scrim. He has always been a tow missile guy. So this just shows you how badly... Oh my god, Rubber almost one-shots Pongstroid! Does he get the kill? Pong is 1 HP flying to the mountains, and he makes it out of there just barely with his life. Holy shit, the gun on Rubber is incredible. Incredible. One more shot and Pong is back to the respawn screen. Wow. I cannot believe that.
That was an absolutely fantastic play. Going in there, making sure that he's going to be able to hit most of those shots. And while you're being attacked by multiple different angles as well. So fantastic job on his part.
Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like the ESF attack heli's been able to get a lot of value here. He's actually up getting kills, which is surprising. Seeing as how OneUp has a 3 flag hold, you would think maybe they would have more stingers on it. I don't know what's happening with this heli, but he's getting a lot of airtime, it looks like. Uh-oh, here's the top down, potentially. They didn't commit to the top down with the stealth jet versus the attack helicopter here. It seems like OneUp has a very solid foothold in this map right now. But it looks like ESF aren't going to let him have it for free. Not by any means.
Well, I mean, the good thing right now is that ESF had that little bit of a lead, so they can kind of give some time here to OneUp. It's going to even up the score quite a bit. Wow, Addy here having to back out. He got a lot of damage in over towards, or from the helicopter, it looked like anyways. Rubber is kind of going back and forth. Actually, you can look at Rubber's POV here too as they're fighting back and forth. Pretty interesting to see it. At the same time, we are going to be having Chad trying to get some tow missiles on the ESF helicopter, still putting pressure on him as well. I mean, it's just absolute chaos with it being 16s everywhere we go. I have taken a look over here at Crispy's POV, and he is just kind of very slowly chilling out back here. I'm not really sure
Brett,
what his role is.
Brett,
Air. Okay.
OneUp has made a critical error, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They were getting out to repair the heli. The pilot got killed. Rubber got in thinking, oh, okay, where's my pilot? Got back out. The heli's momentum carried itself, and they've lost the heli based off the momentum of the heli flying away from Rubber in the out-of-bounds zone. That is so unfortunate for OneUp. I've actually had this happen in a pub, and there's really nothing you can do once you try to put that heli back down and that momentum gets flying. That's a really unfortunate way to lose the heli. I'm going to swap to the Addy POV
Do you
here
know
off
the
of that.
spawn timer?
The spawn timer is 2
helicopter?
minutes. It is 2 minutes to my
minutes.
knowledge.
Okay, so 2 minutes right now for ESF to try and get another flag back, to try and get as much ground as they possibly can without the pressure of that helicopter. So the Jets are going to have one heck of a job here to try and keep them off. Chadman is doing a great job as well. I think he just got a double over here on, what is this, the C flag?
I haven't given him any airtime. Let's see if we can get him some airtime. That's my bad. I've completely focusing on the heli. That's my fault as a heli guy. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like Chadman's job here is mainly farming this D flag. I mean, he's known for his KDs in these matches as well. He's known to be very good. He's good at protecting his tank and playing a good position, which as a tanker, positioning is everything. And especially in this game, you go 2 feet too far, you're done. And it looks like Chadman's just aware of the threats that are around him right now. So he's just cleaning up. I don't even know if he's gone down a single time yet. I don't know. I haven't seen it in the feed. Go ahead, Brett. Ooh, goodness.
Sorry about that. Daughter just woke up from her nap. So,
Unfortunate.
anyways, yeah. So catching back up, it looks like we are going to be having some good pressure over here on was it the D flag?
Yep.
Is going to be coming in, or I'm sorry, is that C flag? And IFV trying to make things happen. He's getting RPG'd from God knows how many different directions, but infantry's going to be spawning back in. That's going to give him a little bit of leeway on the pressure that's going to be coming up for him. Chopper is back up, I believe, or going to be back up here pretty soon as we got Rubber coming in onto the chopper itself. Nothing really too crazy. I think that OneUp has been able to keep stabilized through that entire time. They had the lead. It has changed over into their possession. They're still doing pretty decent of holding these flags. Does look like their gimme flag did get flashed and is neutralized at the moment. But, I mean, this is a really, really good and calm team to be able to, for one, be at a deficit, lose your helicopter like you did in that fashion, and still be able to come back in the lead.
Yeah, no, it's extremely close, and I think there's not a single person that's watching right now that's surprised. I think we all know that these maps are going to go down to the last ticket for both of these teams. They're just so good. They both ESF being a legacy team, and OneUp just being an absolute mechanical monster. And Addy hits the tow missile on the attack helicopter. Attack helicopter down because Addy Fitz knows how to lead them.
I just saw that on Addy's POV. That was absolutely stellar. Being able to hit that.
My God, that was incredible from Addy. Got to give him credit where credit's due. We're going to switch back to the Addy POV now that he's gotten an incredible kill like that. I need more comms. I'd love to hear the comms on these. I'll be honest with you, Brett. I love to hear the panic, the emotion, the feeling inside these voice channels that they've got. But I understand not streaming comms because you're probably calling the other team names that probably aren't good for streams. So,
well, to be honest with you, when you have a lot of these just really high quality teams, the comms are relatively clean. When the game is actually going, you might hear every now and then, "Oh, get shit on," or you're a terrible player, whatever it is. But for the most part, they're going to stay clean, concise, and right to the point because at the end of the day, they're trying to win the game. And you got Rubber over here. I like this fact. He is doing everything that he possibly can to do damage to these air vehicles. He's shooting them with his own gun as an infantry player. I mean, you think of it as not really being able to do much at all, but every little bit of damage helps. And he's doing it right now, even though he's not going to be able to be in that helicopter.
Well, I think a lot of good teams have done a lot of theory crafting on shooting the actual attack helicopter with your gun here. And it's been found that, a couple LMGs is just as good as a mobile AA, if you're close enough to the heli. So it's become its own little sub-meta here. And here you go. Look at this. This is incredible. OneUp don't have their attack helicopter. Oh, no! Rubber with the SRA takes down the ESF attack helicopter. Number and Q-Fire will be headed directly back to the respawn screen to try and help on the ground.
Fantastic. I mean, we are seeing just absolutely massive blows going back and forth on the air here. These teams are doing a great job of making sure that the helicopters are staying grounded for the most part. Toes and straws and just general good team play to make sure that nobody is going to be coming out in the dominant perspective here. We do have another flag changeover though, so OneUp has gotten the 3 flag advantage. They're going to be getting the ticket lead back in their favor, and they are what 200 to 208 or no 217. So they should be gaining the lead here in just a little bit, but evening up that score. I mean, just doing a fantastic job of staying in the game.
This is incredible.
Shows, let me farm, okay?
Okay, yeah, we got the heli gunner POV again. I'm still on rubber. Unfortunately, they just got the better POVs right now. Oh, Jet's coming in. Jet gets the kill. No, maybe. Oh my God! Frying Dutchman hits Pongstroid with a beautiful rocket pod. Pongstroid down.
He's just gonna be there all game. Toe.
Wow, and and Rubber makes a good point here. The Addy fence hasn't moved from this B position in this tank not once. That's Gump. I got benched. Number, what, for real? What the hell? What happened there, Number? How? I was wondering. I saw the Heat Seekers number. I was like, what? Huh? No way. Anyway, keep going. We got ESF players on the gimme flag for OneUp here. It looks like he's trying to get some kind of shots downfield on the Rubber side. Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead. Mental stack.
Well, right now, I'm just trying to see what else is going on the map. We still have the IFV over here, Chad. He is having one hell of a fight. He does get taken down. I can't see who it was at that particular time, but IFV has gone down. His repairman has also gone down, so that's going to be a flag change over there onto that Echo flag, it looks like, in just a few moments. Addy, again, staying in that same exact spot, but then again, he's doing what he needs to do. Like, he is holding down his zone. He's holding down that sector, and he's been able to prevent that chopper from just having free range over there. So he really doesn't have to move as long as he is able to allow his team to maneuver around him and get the job done. We are going to be seeing that C flag now starting to flash. Does look like Echo has kind of stabilized, so that's going to be looking good there for OneUp. But ESF, I think they now have officially lost the lead. Nope, they still have the lead, just barely though. OneUp not able to grab a hold of it. Tickets, I believe, still are going to be based on deaths and based on respawns and based on the cap count and ticket bleed. So there are multiple ways that you can lose those tickets. But we have Rubber up here finally going after Addy. He has some really good damage coming on in. A couple of infantry players are going to be getting hit as well. And Rubber getting very low to the ground there.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Save that out. Nice job there on him. And yeah, I mean, like right now, it's just a really back and forth even game.
Yeah, 100%. I've noticed something with this attack heli. They've gone from this passive approach. It seems like they've turned on the switch. They said it's too close. We need to shut them out. We need to get in their face and start farming. And that's what I'm seeing from Rubber right now. We're seeing a lot of kills come out from him. And it seems like the attack heli pilot, Flying Dutchman, has just said, okay, we're better. We're going to try and show them we're better. We're going to get in their head on this first half. We're going to make something happen. You see this aggressive play. Holy shit, from Dutchman. This is so unexpected for me. I cannot believe that they're doing this. This is unlike them. They're going for a very aggressive push here. They're going to try and get this tank down, and Rubber's going to be farming infantry while they line up for him. Addy, do you have APS? You're going to need it here. You're going to need that APS. He's got it. APS burn for Addy. Rubber's getting 2 kills. A third. Watch out for that straw, Dutchman. Oh my God, is the kill done? This tank cannot go down. Nothing can kill Addy except for this main cannon from Rubber. Addy goes down. Rubber's going to be looking up to pick more kills on the gimme from ESF here. Rubber takes down another 2 more on the B flag. A 4 cap for OneUp. ESF is about to get put into their spawn. Woo!
This is absolutely amazing to see coming out from OneUp. They are able to flip this game right on its head. And yes, we are going to be seeing a potential all cap coming in. It's basically all hands on deck. We have people spawning in left, right, and center on A, trying to get control of it. We got Proto coming over here. He's trying to help out. Addy is going to be back over onto Alpha as well. They have got to make sure that they're not going to be completely pushed off of this map because it is quite a run to try and get back to that gimme flag once you are wiped off of it.
Oh my God, that one strafe was almost attack heli perfection. Look at the impact from that one strafe. They took down a tank. I don't know how many infantry they took down, but just look at that. One perfectly done strafe can put a team on a 4 cap deficit here. This is so hard to get out of too. OneUp is gonna set up their line here, and ESF is gonna be begging for a way to get through to B. They're gonna try and find any way they can. It's just so hard to get back in when you get done like this. I think this first round is looking like it's gonna go for OneUp here.
I would almost agree with you there. It is pretty early to call it right now. I mean, crazy things can happen, but I'm looking at the big map there from Proto. I'm not seeing anybody who has been able to leak out to get towards those back flags to maybe get some of that pressure off of their gimme. 15 tickets left, now 10. Yeah, it's looking like about 161 for this first round, and OneUp has been able to do it.
Wow.
Fantastic job on their part.
OneUp, first round. Just putting that in the chat so people can keep up. Wow, what a wow! I mean, from both teams, that's incredible. That really is incredible. Good Lord, the Pongstroid came out, instantly showed who he was. He's holding up his name by taking down Chevy and the Stealth Jet. Chevy's one of the best dogfighters in the game currently. So, and to go from that to the heli catastrophe that happened for OneUp, for the heli to make a comeback, to make an amazing strafe at the end there. But ESF, you know, they had a lot of presence on the map. The only number they got to get over here is 161. So it's just, wow. I mean, this map could go to ESF very easily. All they got to do is establish dominance. But here's the thing, Brett. That was the good side. OneUp won by 161 on the good side. So this ESF is still very much in this game. Still.
That was actually going to be my next point, is to ask you is what side was considered the good side on that one. And if it was going to be ESF, you know, props to OneUp. They just, you know, pulled out a miracle. But the fact that ESF did have the tougher side on that really begs the question how this next side is going to go, especially since they had the lead for, I would say, what, 80% of that game was in the favor of, I will say 70% of the game was in the favor of ESF. They had control of that map almost entirely up until the very, very end of that match. So if they're able to display that same kind of dominance, but on the better side, and possibly be able to, you know, be even more of a dominant force in terms of capping those flags, this might not look too good for OneUp. But look, here's the thing. OneUp, they've got a win underneath their belt. They're feeling pretty good. They got 161 tickets. They have a target goal, right? They know what they need to do in order to win this map out of best of 3. So this is not a bad position for OneUp to be in by far.
Okay, so I believe the second round is starting here early on. I'm actually going to. I'm kind of confused what's happening here. Okay, all right, so we're going to start on the rubber POV because he's in the air. It's just a better POV. Look at these toes. Holy shit. 2 toes coming directly for the OneUp attack helicopter here. Both of them miss. Nothing on that. Once this heli goes down, we will swap to the Addy Fitz POV.
Heli flare going right side.
Immediately, laser guidance coming out from rubber on that tank. 2 toes, 3! Thomas was coming out trying to kill this OneUp attack helicopter, I believe.
Heli flared. Heli flared.
Oh no, I believe it's just 2.
Heli flared, Chris. Can you fuck him?
Yeah.
He's close on your hill left.
I'm actually going to swap to the Chatterman POV here. I'm actually curious how this plays out. Oh shit, are we going to be able to catch it in time? Hold on. Uh-oh.
Right now, he is trying to tow the helicopter, not able to connect with those shots. But and Addy is still kind of chilling back as well, trying to get those tow missiles. Although I'm having some trouble with Addy's POV. It is definitely skipping pretty bad. Right now, I mean, look at that. 4 flags are flashing. That's pretty insane. I mean, we have conflicts on all of those flags that have been going back. Echo is going to be flashing as well. So that's that back cap that's going to be coming on in. And I think that's going to be ESF able to get that. So they are going to be changing out quite a bit. Rubber does go down, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he got towed. Oh, no, he got towed by Addy. Did we miss it? Oh, no. Damn it, Addy. I'm sorry.
Over at Proto's POV on that one.
Same
here.
He
was fighting on one of the flags. But Addy is going to be able to take down that helicopter. Massive play once again. Chad, though, he's got the enemy helicopter right above him, and he's going to try and make some plays here, but taking damage as he's doing it. Whoa. Is that a jet going down as well?
Yep, Subatomic takes down ECM. That's a jet down for OneUp. It's just so hard to follow the air gameplay here without a stream. It looks like Chatterman's on his last HP here. He needs better reps.
Oh, no.
He's about to go down. All it takes is this heli gunner to rain down upon him. Let's see what happens. I'm watching. It looks like right now OneUp actually has a 3 flag cap currently. Okay, hold on. We're good. All right. So we're just watching the reps.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to cast reps.
Yeah,
we got
OneUp, it does have that 3 flag cap right now. They are going to be flashing Echo as well. So where it did look like ESF was going to be coming out ahead, especially being able to take down Rubber, again, OneUp able to stabilize very, very effectively without their helicopter, without that air power, that air dominance that we were talking about earlier on, which, like you said, I mean, we're talking about some of the best in terms of infantry talent. So, I mean, you can't scoff at the infantry at the end of the day in this game.
Yep, 100%. So it looks like Chatham's being targeted by every air vehicle on this game right now. It seems the attack heli was hitting him with a laser. That was Pongstroid trying to hit him with a dumbfire JDAM right there. I wonder if he's going to try and get this hit off on Pong. Let's see if Pong falls for it, maybe? Oh, no. Chatham's going for the tow missile here. Does he actually get it? Oh, no. Pong sees it. Ooh, that looked like it almost was going to hit there. That was scary. If I'm in the jet, I'm freaking out when I see that tow coming at me. I'm trying to see if we got Rubber here. This back cap is going to be so hard to maintain without your attack helicopter helping you out. But the thing is that they need this back cap. They can't let ESF get their foothold behind the tanks. It looks like the attack jet's sending a laser guided at the tank. Chatham tries to reply with a tow missile. No dice on that. But as a tank, towing a jet is, especially in this kind of environment, almost impossible. So,
yeah, I would absolutely agree. We do have, I think Proto has been able to make his way up to the center of the map. He's going to be throwing some rockets at a few of the tanks there. Rubber is back up into his chopper, so we do have air power here for OneUp, as they are going to start raking in a few of those kills. It looks like kill feed was just blue all the way right there.
oh no! Ooh, those trees are dangerous. If you've flown on this map, you know how dangerous these dead trees are. They can damn near one-shot your attack helicopter if you hit them at a high enough velocity. So thankfully right there, OneUp did not have to suffer through that same exact thing there. So it's very unusual. But let's see what they can do with this attack helicopter. It looks like one of the ESF jets is being followed by one of the OneUp jets. Did we get the kill? I'm trying to look in the top right. I'm not seeing anything. Yep. Okay. Chevy took down Pongstroid. Right now, OneUp should have air dominance, I'm thinking. If I'm the OneUp heli here, I'm probably going to be looking for some kind of offensive move with shooting down the tanks, but we have both tanks, so maybe they go for infantry. I think this is the moment you go for farm. I think you go for kills here with one of the jets down and you have air dominance. The attack heli's mid-map here, very confident on the ESF side that they aren't going to get towed right now. Someone's got to make sure that they can't do that. They got to have stingers. They got to have something to keep that heli in check. But it looks like the jets are diving on the... Oh, heli down by Chevy. Catuli and Kijo go down to the Chevy jet here. Honestly, you can't really do much when the stealth jet gets on you like that in the attack helicopter in this game. It looks like OneUp might be establishing dominance. They're winning the C fight. They've got A, B, and D. If they get C, they could potentially form a line here, and ESF are going to have a real hard time getting back in this game. This is the same situation ESF ended up in the very end of the last round. But look, A is blinking, but Rubber's here. You can't do anything if Rubber's here. He's going to shoot you down. He's going to stop this leak. Somehow, some way, he'll find you. Go ahead, Brett.
So we got Proto trying to go for some squad hopping here. It's a little bit more difficult in this particular game, but he is going to try and get maybe back to some of those back flags to go for a flank. Something needs to happen right now because they are bleeding so much. It does look like we are starting to see them stabilize a little bit. They've gotten A back, so no 4 cap going to be coming in. B is also going to be flashing as well. I do want to mention the fact that Addy has been without a tank for almost, like a minute and a half now. So that's going to be, one less armor piece on the map. That's both tows that are not going to be there, as well as that power to take out that infantry. Chadmet has done a fantastic job overall on that C flag, being able to just hold it down. So Addy making a play there for C, maybe just trying to take some pressure off for the rest of the map for the rest of his team. But again, we are going to be seeing gimme flag starting to flash. A is going back over into the favor of OneUp. Rubber is still doing some damage up in the helicopter. I mean, he is really just being a thorn in their side. And it looks like we are going to be seeing some tanks basically just getting mauled over here onto C. So OneUp is going to be able to pick up another armor piece onto that Charlie flag. And they are just absolutely dominating at the moment in terms of these vehicles.
Yeah, 100%. OneUp is definitely on point with the vehicle gameplay right now. But this Rubber POV, I just hate it because I wish I had the other side's POV for the attack helicopter. These attack heli POVs are so good because we can see everything that's happening. You see Rubber here, he's farming their gimme flag. Wow. I mean, this attack helicopter is doing a real good job at keeping their gimme in check. Go ahead.
There's this feeling as a competitive player, especially when you're playing a good team, when you just have this moment of absolute dominance, right? That there's nothing out there that's going to be able to really take you down. And you have one of these moments where you just go through and just blasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry players just off of the map. It's just there's no better feeling. And I got to imagine Rubber is just probably having a field day right now up there in that gunner seat.
100%, 100%. No, Rubber is having a very good set of maps here. If I'm him, I'm enjoying myself because I'm getting a pretty good KD in the highest level of Battlefield right now. So it's interesting to see. The attack heli's up. I'm going to swap to the ESF POV. I'm going to wait for these stingers. We're going to swap off. We're going to give some time to Addy here. He's in the tank. Let's see what kind of plays he can make. He's getting hit with laser guideds. He's being harassed. He's at a quarter HP. Addy's got to be careful here. He's by himself in the tank. This isn't good, I wouldn't think. But right now, ESF are having a hard time getting their foot into this game. It seems like they want to get mid-map, but just the air dominance and vehicle dominance from OneUp is keeping them at bay, it seems. Addy's over here on the E flag, the gimme just hiding somewhere, trying to stay alive. They know they need these vehicles.
Pro's going for a squad bomb right now. He just squad hopped, going over for that cheap Charlie flag. So there is going to be maybe 2 squads coming in onto C to try and power burn that flag down. That's going to give them 3 flag advantage. Stop this burn, put it back into their favor. We'll see if maybe Chadman's going to be able to come back in. He is going to be the
no! Oh my God! Proto just single-handedly took down the lab for OneUp. Oh God! Good job on you, Proto. I watched both of those missiles. Great movement from Proto to do that. Wow. Holy
Absolutely.
shit.
Like I said, you can never count out the infantry players on this game. I mean, they can be very, very strong, especially with the RPGs. You hit them in the back of the tank. Just crazy. But Rubber is going to be back here. He is throwing as much damage down that flag as he possibly can. Proto and his teammates are just trying to survive. It looks like another tank is going to be coming in. Proto trying to do all that he can, but it's not going to be enough. He ends up getting taken down. A very, very good reaction coming in from OneUp to make sure that they are going to be able to keep that flag. And notice that we're also seeing Delta and Echo completely neutralized. That is a massive play here for OneUp as they are dominant in the lead. Remember, 161 is the ticket count that we have got to see ESF win by. If they go below that 161, this first map is OneUp's.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm switching back to the Rubber POV. We still have air gameplay. And look at this dominance. 348, like you said. They've got 20 tickets to turn around. I think this map's about to go to OneUp. I don't see how, unless they just hit the button and killed every player on the map with some kind of aim wall. I don't know, something. They would have to use cheats to win, I think, at this point. I think it's over. I believe OneUp has taken the Merrick Valley map. So at this point, let's see what kind of farm they go for. Good
yeah,
Lord.
That is GG right there. Fantastic job from OneUp. You know, I gotta say, and especially because what we were saying is this is supposed to be the hard side. I mean, this is supposed to be the difficult side, right?
Yes.
So if that is the case, OneUp just showed amazing prowess on this map. They kept their cool when they lost their air power. Even when they lost their armor, they were still extremely effective with their infantry players. They were able to keep them into the game, making sure that they were going to be able to stay on those flags, not getting pushed out of the middle of the map. And I gotta say, OneUp really doing a fantastic job on how to play Merrick Valley.
Look at this push from ESF. They're trying to do something here. They're trying to save some face, it looks like. They're just trying to do something because I'm not sure. I mean, do the ticket counts count in on the third map if like they tie or something? I wonder if that's the case. Maybe they're trying to save the ticket count here a little bit for that. I'm not sure if that's a rule, but I remember it was in one tournament way back when. But here, look at Rubber. He's just having a field day. There's nothing they can do. They're just trying to throw bodies on flags. There's a jet coming in. Does Rubber turn Pongstroid into a clip? He doesn't. He only gets 500 damage. Wait a minute. Holy shit. What the fuck from Rubber? He takes down Pongstroid. He predicts his every move. If this is a game of chess, he completely checkmates fucking Pongstroid, one of the best jet pilots in the entire game. You cannot strafe this heli and think you're going to live. Rubber will make you pay for it. Wow!
And this shit's bouncy on this map, isn't it?
You go okay there, man? Gonna breathe,
Wow.
breathe.
Heli guy.
It is exciting. It is absolutely exciting to see it. I'm just picking on him just a little bit there, but no, I get what you're saying, man. That is a fantastic play coming in on his part, and there we do see the ending screens finally coming on in. That was just absolute dominance, like we said before, coming on. from what was supposed to be the harder side of the map. They made it look like it was, I mean, relatively easy. So props to them. And now I think we're going to be heading on into Firestorm. Am I not correct?
Yes, I believe the next map is Firestorm. If anyone in chat knows different, let me know. But I'm pretty sure the next map is Firestorm.
Did we have a final ticket count on that one? It was 2 something.
So, gosh, I mean, I think it was like, it was like low 3s, high 2s. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to be going to the next one. I'm going to add a little bit of text to the screen here so people know the count that we've got. So I believe it is OneUp. We're going to do 1-0, OneUp. So people who tune in can see the renewed score that we've got here. We're going to keep it kind of small. We'll put it right up here in the middle. How about that, huh? No, that's going to be where the score line is. We'll do it at the bottom, yeah? Bottom right? Yeah, bottom right would be good. We'll keep it there. It's kind of, trying to get it right for you guys. Okay. All right. So that's the end of Myrick. OneUp take Myrick, and I would say convincingly on that map, for sure. As a heli guy, a lot of good heli clips there, for sure. I wish we had more POVs from the ESF side. I wish we had a jet POV more than anything, Brett. I'll be honest. That would be the peak one that we would want to see. So it's unfortunate, but I believe the next map is Firestorm, so we're going to see some more heli, more tanks. I would like to spend more time with the ESF POV. I need to message Addy and let him know that his stream is too zoomed in.
Casting back in the day.
That's amazing, dude. Like, boots on the ground, developing photos in the red room, getting your cast, you know what I mean? That's awesome, dude.
Hey, you know what? That was back when you really had to have some passion for it, man. You really did.
Yep, 100%. All right, so I believe we are live. I'm going to start on a rubber POV simply because it's an air POV. Simply because it's more enjoyable to watch initially. Once they go down, we'll go to ESF next. All right, we got a spawn coming in from Rubber. Immediately, he's being locked here. Rubber's looking for any kind of jeeps here. He's going to try and get his laser off. His laser's not able to work directly here. We need to know where these jets are at. That's our biggest thing here, Brett. It's going to decide this entire match how these jets play. Uh-oh, jet on Chevy here.
I'm over by the left, though.
Wait a minute, I don't see the jets. Are they hiding? Has ESF scrimmed a bit of jet gameplay where they have a nice rollout for them?
I'm not seeing really any jets coming in. Rubber, I think I spotted one finally. But yeah, it's been pretty quiet up there in the air. The exposure here for Addy is absolutely insane. I feel like I'm looking at just a white screen constantly, but he's going to be making his way up the main road.
Lord. How is he seeing anything? Oh, man.
Dude, I don't know. His eyes have got to be absolutely fried. But it looks like the helicopter's staying all the way in the back of their base, just trying to poke up. Look, see here every now and then, see what maybe they can find, but not a whole lot that they're able to get a hold of. It is 2-2 flag cap right now, so we are even across the board, which is going to turn into a very long standoff. We're going to be going by just whoever is going to be respawning back in. Kills are going to mean a whole lot here in the early game, obviously.
Yep.
But that's really going to be. Wait a minute, is he shooting at somebody in his own?
Yes, you see this?
Gimme area?
Yes, now this is the thing with ESF. You have to watch out for this. It looks like, oh, okay, so I believe they got a kill on Ice Cold Potatoes. He is known to be one of the biggest spawn beacons for ESF. So,
okay.
Yeah, so they got him down. That's a good sign. That means they stopped a major leak there from happening and them getting on their gaming flag and shit. Oh, God. Didn't get enough sleep last night, but we're still in it. It looks like both OneUp jets are down and both ESF jets are up, so which means this attack heli is about to be fighting from 2 angles. They're definitely going to coordinate this. Can they get a kill on one? No. Okay, a proper strafe from the ESF jets. That is exactly how that should play out anytime whenever the jets are working correctly.
To Addy's cam real quick. We did have a tank-on-tank fight going to be coming up here. We do have reps spawning back in, but Addy got very, very low just for a few seconds. It looks like the rest of his infantry is going to be spawning back in and pushing away the OneUp tank, so he is going to have to go back. Chadman is also out of his vehicle as well, so at some point in time he did go down in his armor, which means that there could be a potential opportunity here for ESF to make a big push, try and grab some ground and get control of another flag here. get that burn in their favor.
Yep, sounds like it. It looks like Addy's over here trying to get this mid-map control. He hears a lot of steps to his left and his right. He seems to be very worried about this flank on the right, which is understandable because tank shots in the ass in this game are 2 rockets and you're done, Brett, by the way, if you get shot in the ass.
Yeah.
So
it's insanely fast. It does look like we have Chadman coming in here with the tank, maybe. Going to be making a push up towards the flag and getting the roof control here from Chadman. So that is going to be critical on this particular map. I do know that you know, there was a guy that was dedicated at one point in time. I saw somebody on the stream. They were just there just to shoot out the roof to make sure that they're not going to be able to use it, because it can be critical to make sure your team stays in the map. But we do see 3 flags now going over into the favor of ESF. They're going to start that burn, and that will be giving them the lead, and they could come out to a fairly decent lead here in just a few seconds, as I'm seeing a lot of death coming in. Spawn switching is going to be coming in both for Rubber and for Chadman, so they are desperately trying to get somewhere else on the map to get this pressure.
Wait, OneUp's doing squad hops right here. Now that's major, because that's a major ESF point of play. So it seems that they're taking up some tricks that they've learned from ESF, and they're utilizing them in their own gameplay. That's good to see. That shows the research these teams have done on each other, for sure.
I honestly don't know how you can play this game, like any Battlefield franchise game, without knowing how to squad hop. Like that's such a critical,
but
critical
ESF,
thing.
they've made it so incredibly popular in this game that a lot of teams have just started adapted to doing it. So a lot of teams weren't doing it at the beginning of this game, believe it or not. So it's interesting to see the evolution that we're watching here. We have Rubber up in the heli.
Oh, Addy! Oh, so low. He was like down to 1 bar. He's getting taken out. Addy goes down. That, I think, is all of the armor out right now for ESF. So this is going to be huge. Proto also goes down trying to get the reps coming in. With Rubber going up in the helicopter, this is a really good opportunity maybe for him to start laying down some pain.
100%, 100%. It looks like Rubber's trying to clear these rooftops, and yes, these rooftops are so critical. If, say, like ESF, they have control right now, both of these rooftops, they basically control the map, because your tanks can't push unless those tops are cleared. So it's interesting to see that OneUp hasn't really, it doesn't seem to be making a play to get these rooftop controls. I don't know. Fuck. ESF heli seems to be super far as well.
They have stabilized for now, anyways. I say that as soon as I say that, their gimme flag is starting to flash, but they did stabilize for a little bit. They only lost about 30 some odd tickets or so, being back behind ESF. So that's not a terrible position to be in for OneUp. But with Rubber up in the air, that is going to help them quite a bit. They have their armor now. Chadman's going to be coming out with his tank, so we should have a dominant armor presence for OneUp at the moment as they get onto this map, and it's going to be critical here as their gimme flag is going to be flashed. And this is a very frustrating point on this map. Rubber gets taken out. That is a huge play there. Gets picked up. I think that was by the explosion of the tank that actually took him down, but that is massive, as now the helicopter is out for OneUp. But with them having this side of the map, you have to remember that it is such a ratty gimme flag there on A. It is so hard to keep control of that, or I believe it's not A, I'm sorry, D. It is so hard to keep control of that, so it's going to be critical here for them to be able to get their armor pushed up so they can get them out of that section of the map.
This is so interesting. You see these, so Chadman actually gets out of the tank to lay down a motion sensor, and now this is new tech I haven't heard about. So apparently tankers can run recon, and yes, tugs are allowed, by the way, Brett. As much as many things are banned right now, tugs are allowed. So
I'm a-okay with that, man.
Yeah,
Look, I come from the school of, you know, let just about everything be allowed unless it's absolutely game breaking. So, you know, back in the day, I played with spawn beacons, I played with tugs, I played with all that kind of stuff. So I'm loving it, dude. I want to see more of that kind of stuff happen.
Absolutely. As close as you can get to base game is going to be better for the average person trying to get into it as well. So. All right, so we've got the rooftop control trying to be maintained here from ESF on the Addy fence side. They've got a ESF you may see 3 flags for OneUp, but ESF has a very good amount of infantry.
Oh, look at Proto right now. He's fighting with a tank. He does get picked up, but he had a huge hit there into the backside of the tank. So that's half health going down immediately, and that tank is fighting for his life there in that warehouse. I don't know which one it is. But he is definitely struggling there, trying to get those reps in as much as possible.
Proto gets the kill.
Nice job there from Proto. Beautiful job putting those rockets on in. And OneUp, though, They did get the 3 cap back. They do have control of B, C, and D, but we are going to be seeing the fight heavily there, focused on those warehouses to try and get that back for ESF to kind of get some balance going on. And it does look like Bravo going back into their favor.
Dude, it's amazing. I cannot, dude, and you know, Proto, we've got to say something about this guy. He's been in the franchise for so long now. He has proven himself time and time again to be so good at this conquest infantry gameplay. I mean, he's like, you might have your T5 guys that are aimers and all this other stuff, but Proto, he knows the game of Battlefield. He's just so incredibly good at it. He's just so good on the ground here. His impact is unmatched.
The thing that I like about Proto, and he is going to be able to pick up, I think, 1 kill there. But the thing that I like about Proto and players like Proto, they are absolutely selfless. They do not care to play the roles that are not going to be flashy, that are not going to give them a high KD. They are there to make sure that their team wins, and they'll do whatever it takes. If they come out with 1 kill and 30 deaths, but it means that their team was able to hold on to the majority of the flags, they're going to do that. You know, they're going to C4G around the whole entire map as long as you need them to. Those players are key in these large format type of play, and I mean, the more that you can have on your team, the better.
Oh no, look at Proto. Oh, he loses the engagement with Taco on the B flag here. Oh, I thought I was going to see a clip out of Proto right there. He had me hyped for a second, but I'm not surprised if he spawns in and just kills another tank because he's Proto Apex at this point. It seems like he's getting behind all of them. Let's see, do we have any other POVs right now? It seems like we've got a lot of infantry gameplay. Not a single tank POV except for Addy. Addy is up, so I'm going to swap over to him and see what he's got going on. Addy over here, again, worried about these rooftops as a tanker. It's so incredibly hard to survive if you don't have total control over them. And there he is. He's getting rocketed from that right building on the B flag here. He's got to watch out here. Oh, my God. He's getting hammered right now. Another rocket coming out from OneUp, hurting Addy. Addy's down to half HP. He's got good reps, it looks like, so I believe he's going to survive this engagement.
Yeah, Rubber right now, he is all the way on the other side of the map. He is just pinging these players left, right, and center on this gimme flag. Was able to do a decent amount of poke damage. I don't think he got maybe like 2 kills. But being able to force those players back onto that gimme flag is critical. Now, what you have to watch out for is allowing them to be too comfortable in this situation. It looks like they have a 3 flag cap up. They have both of the warehouse flags and their gimme. The lead is starting to get a little bit scary. I mean, it's what, 292, I think, to 275.
Yep.
So it's not terrible. It's absolutely doable. And this is, at least when I was casting on the other franchises, this is considered the harder side for OneUp. So if they're able to keep it this close, this is fantastic. I mean, they are sitting in a really, really good spot because you're kind of expected to lose this side.
Yes, 100%. You know, it's funny that it hasn't changed after all these years. This is still the harder side. It's awesome that you have that knowledge because it's still the same. I don't know what it is. Is it the elevation? Is it just the way the sun looks at you? I can't tell on this map, but this is still the difficult side. So we got Rubber here. Oh, Rubber gets towed by Addy Fence again, dude. Addy's impact has really shown itself here with the double tow so far in this series, and that's major impact. That's now air superiority for ESF in this map of Firestorm.
Yeah, fantastic job coming out from him. You know, I can't tell you how impressive that has been so far to see the tow missiles coming out from that guy, being able to hit multiple helicopters so far. But with them in the lead, he is feeling probably pretty good at the moment. Still going to be laying down some pain there, down range, picking up a couple of kills here and there.
Taken down.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I'm a little bit behind you in terms of my view, but he is going to be getting revived here. So the pressure is still going to be being kept up there for ESF. As we are going to be seeing also the Rubber getting picked up.
Oh,
so
no.
The infantry not doing so good. Chadman and Rubber both getting picked up. It does look like, their gimme flag is gone. This is an interesting set. Okay, so their gimme flag has been taken out. Again, one of the hardest gimme flags to clear of any franchise. It's just terrible. So many places that you can rat. But if they lose that warehouse position and they're able to, if they get 4 capped, it's done. I mean, that's just going to be game. This is going to be really critical. They have got to get out of this. It looks like they will be able to clear out Delta for now. They do have it going into their favor. That is a very, very critical moment. Their armor is going to be coming back in with Chad. So they are looking up in that regard. But, I mean, just take a look at the score now. We see about a 70-point lead. So it's getting a little bit more comfortable here for ESF, a little bit more scary for OneUp at this moment. You don't want to have I mean, really, you want to drag it down to about the 150 to 180 ticket range if you are on this side for OneUp. If you do have it in that 200 to high 200 to low 300, that is definitely a range where it's going to be very tough to come back.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Oh no!
I love that rocket there coming in from Rubber. Exactly what I was talking about before. Takes the floor right out from underneath him, and we'll be able to take him down.
That is so funny. I saw that from Addy's POV, and he was just like, "What? What got me?" That's hilarious, dude. Let's look at Proto here. Proto's in actually a very interesting spot here. Hold on one moment. Oh, okay, we're good. All right, we're loading in. Proto's actually near their gimme. He's not going to dedicate to it. He's actually going to focus more of his interest on this tank here. He's trying to coordinate with his heli. He's hitting him in the ass. That tank's about half HP, and he's in a very bad spot here. APS out for the tank. The Jet's strafing the tank. Everything in the world wants to kill this tank, it looks like right now, Brett. But the tank is full HP. Look at those reps work, man. Oh, my goodness. Dawi gets away with his life, just barely.
I mean,
amazing.
Honestly, man, the reps are so powerful in this game, especially when you hit that special ability deal, whatever that is that you have. It can get pretty insane. And just the wrench in general is just amazing. Yeah, he is going to be able to survive. We are back to a 2-2 flag setup at the moment. And
wait,
yeah,
oh my God! Rubber just took down both Jets with his attack heli gun.
Heli's pushing us.
Both of them. How the fuck is he doing this?
String around Heli.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be going in for the attack heli on the other team as well.
Chef, he
Dude,
flared.
what? Dude, that's a major fumble from the ESF side to strafe him like that and just get completely obliterated. That is just brutal for the ESF Jets. I know they're kicking themselves right now. They need to be able to, at a better angle, because they're coming in at him from 90 degrees. If they keep coming in from that angle, they're just done. I just can't believe they're doing that still. But whatever, I guess they'll learn for the next round here how to approach this heli. You can't come at him unless it's top down.
Okay, look at this. Proto is losing the burn now onto that Charlie flag. It is going to be going into the favor of OneUp. So OneUp now is going to start the burn in their favor. And they're going to be able to start getting back things to an even setup. This is massive. They're in the same setup as we just saw before. They have one warehouse flag, both of the gimmies. This is not looking too great here for ESF if they get pushed off of warehouse. And with the helicopter up right now with Rubber, this could be really ugly.
This might turn into a base here. They're burning C as well.
C is flashing. C is flashing.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
it gets
no.
grayed out. Are we going to see a 4-cap? Are we going to see a 4-cap?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I've got no words right now, Brett. They're 4-capped. How did this happen? They almost 4-capped OneUp. How did OneUp just flip the game on them? They're fighting for their gimme flag. They're fighting for their life right now. But they still have players on the gimmies on both sides. So this could get them right back in the game. But the question is, can OneUp snuff out these players that are hiding?
The damage has already been done. Even if we see ESF recover from here, the amount of tickets that they have lost, the lead is non-existent. They've lost the lead. They are behind by about 25 tickets at the moment, or getting close to it. And yeah, this is disaster. 3 flag advantage now in favor of OneUp. ESF, they only have their gimme flag. And this situation right here is going to be tough. Pushing down from A into that BC section of the map is so tough. It is very open, very little cover, very little concealment, and it is going to be a nightmare for these guys to try and get down in there. Maybe we have a Jeep coming in from the backside. I don't know. They got to get some kind of pressure somewhere else on the map, because what's going to happen is we're going to see OneUp basically develop a line right there at the warehouses, and they will not let anything pass. It is going to be grueling here for ESF.
I'm watching Addy's POV right now, and I just cannot believe the amount of pressure he's getting from this heli. They're worried about construction. I guess there's been a comm. There's a kill on construction. They're worried about the rats on their own gimme, and they only have 1 flag. This is brutal for ESF.
I just looked at Proto's POV. There is nobody that is getting back behind right now. Nobody is getting in a position to go for a back cap. They're desperately trying to keep their armor up and alive, getting reps on there as much as possible. I really don't see ESF being able to come out of this one right now. Honestly, this is a huge turnaround. OneUp really showing that they are just the better team at this moment. I mean, look at it. 167 now, 267, 100 ticket advantage from what we were seeing, about a 75 ticket deficit that they've been able to turn this thing around. I mean, just absolute dominant play coming out from them.
Dude, this is incredible. Look at Addy. He just got hit with about 8 rockets, trying his best to get some kind of foothold on the map here on these flags, and he's just not able to make it happen. I can't blame him, though. I mean, he's just trying his best to get back in here and save the ticket count, because the lower they can get these tickets for OneUp, the better chance they have to win this map. But 160, I mean, that's not dominant. ESF still have a chance on the second half, I think.
Wiped squad on Charlie.
No, I don't think they have any chance. I think this is done.
It's a very split.
They've got more than a 100 ticket lead. They're just now able to get C flashed out. Rubber is still going to be up in his helicopter, so we're not really seeing much air dominance coming in at the moment. Addy is not back in his tank. He's squad hopping at the moment, trying to find some place that he can put some pressure in onto the map. I mean, this. I don't want to call it super early, but I mean, I think you got to call it. I think this is going to be a round win right now for OneUp.
Yeah, no, 100% round win. Oh my God, but did you see Rubber? He's just cleaning up this back cap. They were burning B for a little bit there, and I had a little bit of hope they might be able to get it neutralized, but it seems ESF lost that fight on B, and Rubber's just over here. Oh my God! Pongstroy goes for the ram on the attack helicopter. What? That's kind of BM coming out from the ESF side, I would say. Wow.
Oh, man. Hey, right now it's full desperation mode, man. As I said, 7 tickets left. It's just based on kills, they're going to be able to win this map. And, you know, like we said before, this was supposed to be the easier side for ESF. They were supposed to have a easier time of winning this map. They did have that 3 cap going in. Rubber does end up going down, but with 4 tickets left, we're not going to be seeing any spawns really coming on in for the side of ESF. I mean, this is done. This is this fantastic play coming up from OneUp. And I mean, I'm not paid to say this. That was just fantastic play coming out from them.
100%, 100%. And see, I'm trying not to be biased because I'm sure everybody knows in here that I am the backup for OneUp. So obviously I'm trying to avoid the bias, but that was just, again, really, like Brett said, amazing gameplay. They were almost, I believed it for about 10 seconds. OneUp was about to get based. When they had those 3 flag caps, I totally believed it. I was like, they're about to get based. If they lose this flag, it's over. But OneUp, I don't know how they did it. I don't know what strategy that was. I don't even know if it was strategy or just pure intuition that came out from OneUp that just got them back into the game and flipped the entire game on ESF. The question is, was it good play by OneUp, or was it just completely an internal combustion from ESF, a breakdown in communication? Someone wasn't where he was supposed to be. A position wasn't played right. I couldn't tell right in the moment what it was.
So just from what we were able to see, and guys, it's really hard from this position. We don't have a whole lot of views to be able to kind of pull from. But in my opinion, what we basically saw was ESF making a small mistake. They ended up losing their armor and their air almost at the same time. That gives an opportunity for the armor for OneUp to be able to push up like they did, and they were able to take that middle flag. And once they got that middle flag, it gave them the opportunity to go ahead and swing around for that gimme. They ended up getting the gimme just like ESF did previously. The difference is that once they had that gimme flag, they didn't lose their armor. They didn't lose their air. They kept the pressure up. Rubber was still going to be doing damage there into the backfield. We did not see Addy being able to come in with his tank until that 4 cap came in. And yeah, they were able to get that gimme flag back. They were able to stop the 4 cap. But as I said before, coming from that A flag down into that C and B area, there is no cover. You are exposed to every jet, every helicopter, every armor piece, every rocket. Like you said, at one point in time, it looked like there were 8 rockets coming at Addy all at one time. That's the downside of that A flag coming down from it. If the other team has been able to set up that line, that's exactly what happened. They had players up on roof. They had the helicopter out there doing its job, and it just was an absolute disaster. And by the time that you're able to go get that second flag to stop that burn, it's already too late. We saw that flip going in from a 75 ticket deficit in favor of ESF all the way to a 100 ticket gain in favor of OneUp. It's just an absolutely fantastic turnaround. The other thing I want to mention too, OneUp, they are at, I would love to listen to their comms because I guarantee you they're just having a laugh and having a fun time right now. They are so cool-headed. Just watching the way that they played, they did not get frantic. They did not get crazy. Nobody was crashing out. They were doing a fantastic job of going, okay, yes, we're behind. Yes, we've lost, maybe our armor, maybe our helicopters, whatever it may be. We're getting 3 cap. Yeah, I get it. but they kept their cool. They were able to get the spawns in where they needed to. Like you said before, we saw people starting to squad hop, starting to switch things up a little bit, maybe doing something that they're not used to, but definitely is effective. And they did a fantastic job of being able to stabilize. And once they stabilized, they just pushed a little bit further, and they were able to get that 4 cap. So props to them playing just absolutely fantastic Battlefield.
100%. And can we give it up for Brett? My God, it is so nice to have someone like you, Brett, in the casting zone, dude. It keeps me level. I'm loving it. Man, thank you for showing up today. If you guys are in chat, give it up for Brett, man. He has just been so great. I mean, just the experience from Brett, the years, the veteran, like, he's just a pro. Like, we got to give it up. We got to say thank you to Brett for coming today, too. And hopefully we can get him for every cast maybe moving forward. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. But I do appreciate the invite. All
right, so we're going to watch the rubber POV here initially.
Really
just
good
to see the
lock on
rollout,
Jeep.
see if we can see what happens with the Jets.
Good. SJ far right. SJ sneaking far right.
Okay, and you can hear from the OneUp side that the SJ has gone far right. I believe he's trying to get aggressive early, which this is a very scary play for ESF. They're putting a lot on this play. Wait a minute. Is he going for the dogfight? I don't know if I agree with this. Brett, to be honest with you, I think this is a very risky play unless ESF have something in mind. But look at that. Subatomic Kill already has Chevy behind him. Subatomic goes down. But look right here. We got Pongstroid on the back end of, I believe it's ECM. ECM pulling a Dylan. Oh, my God. He pulled a Dylan. Dylan, I don't know if you're here, but your move that you created 13 years ago today has just shown itself again in the year 2026, and it saved ESF in that move. Wow. Amazing.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is absolute insanity going on. Rubber is still trying to hunt down these helicopters in the air. Finally, they are going to be pulling on back, but we do see that 2-2 flag cap, so everything is pretty much stable for the most part. And, yeah, just absolute insanity. Oh, no, Rubber gets taken down! That is going to be a massive blow coming in to OneUp, but we'll see how they're going to be playing this out. Remember, guys, they have basically 152 extra tickets on top of the 450 that they started out with. So ESF has that much harder of a game to have to make here in this map. So a little bit of wiggle room, not too bad. But yeah, Rubber going down, and that does give some breathing room for ESF. ESF, maybe they're going to be able to make it happen.
I think so. That's a very good start. That's exactly what they need, especially with their jets going down like that. To take down the attack helicopter, it's a great equalizer. It gets them back in this game. Their heads are back on. They have a little bit of hope, and that's what ESF needs right now. And to go back to what you said earlier, OneUp, they are not freaking out. They've got the whole map on them. They've got a whole round on them. ESF are sweating. So this round, everything you see, every little win, ESF is going to feel that. So they're going to be, I don't know what they're going to do with this helicopter being down. I would hope to see them do some kind of crazy play, try to combo on the tank, something. But look right here, Addy's taking shots from left and right. How can he get any foothold if he can't even get a kill because he doesn't know who's shooting at him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel for Addy in this situation.
No, I agree. He is definitely being swarmed right now. And Chad here trying to go for the toe on the helicopter, not quite able to make it connect, but he is getting that helicopter kind of push on back, get back away from the map, give some breathing room. As well, actually, he just got smacked with a rocket himself. But yeah, I mean, right now the armor for ESF is absolutely taking a beating, and they are trying to find some place that they can kind of fit in, sit, and do some damage.
Chatterman is getting so close with these toes, man. Now Heli's gonna need a new paint job after that. I'm telling you right now. My God, dude. It's just amazing because usually this guy, he's hitting every toe, but he's just barely missing his opponents right now. Right now, it seems he's just playing a defensive position. I think OneUp know that they need ESF needs to make a play, so I think they're kind of playing more of a defensive, passive motion here. And there you see it right there, the infantry trying to make a play on their flag. I don't think OneUp's too worried about burning them out. I think they know they'll just win this game off of mistakes that ESF will make here.
No, absolutely. Like, there's no reason for OneUp to try to take any chances at all. If you have a solid game where you can have a 2-flag setup and you can sit back on that flag and just make the other team, just in terms of attrition, coming at you, just dying left, right, and center, that's the way to do it right there. I mean, just make them burn the tickets, and eventually they'll probably make a mistake, and then you can capitalize on that when you have that opportunity. But yeah, right now OneUp does not need to be taking any chances. They can if they want to, but they don't have to. They can sit back, relax, and just rake in the kills.
Oh my goodness. And the attack heli is back up for OneUp.
Let's start choking out
and Rubber is just chucking laser guidance. There's a straw coming in. They got to watch out for that. Rubber's over here just trying to put damage on their tanks. I think what they're trying to do is get these tanks down before they get into some kind of push for the one-up side. Again, like you said before, there's no reason for them to take a chance, right? So they're going to take their time. They're going to make sure they get these tanks down, and then they're going to make a conscious push on these flags to kill this infantry.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, oh my God, the armor right now for ESF is just, like their Rubber's going to be able to get another kill. They just can't survive. There's just nothing really that they can do. Now Addy is the next one on the chopping block, but it looks like Rubber getting taken down. I did not see what hit him. I looked away for a second.
It was a RPG guided rocket. The fastest rocket in the franchise has taken down yet another attack helicopter. I'm going to swap over to the ESF POV and see if we got anything going on the Addy side. Addy's actually making an aggressive push here on the B flag. He's clearing his right, his left. He sees players everywhere here. He's trying to get some kind of impact. He's pushing so his infantry can get into the flag here. It looks like OneUp's actually pushing onto the B flag, so now ESF have to make a play and defend what's theirs. They see a player right here behind the sandbags. You could tell Addy is playing with a little bit of fear right here. And can you blame him, honestly? If you have been shot by rockets from every angle, you're going to try and stay alive as much as you can. But really what we need from Addy is for him to really just get in there and make a play if he can. His team needs him, for sure, in this situation to do something. Some kind of hero play from somewhere. And Addy goes down.
Yeah,
I don't think he can either.
Not only is he going to have to fight the infantry, but he has to fight. He has to make sure that he's not getting locked on by the helicopter. He's been having to play outside in these weird angles where the top-down rockets aren't going to be able to connect. And then on top of that, he's got these infantry players that are swarming everywhere that are able to take him down. So I mean, he really doesn't have any place that he can go.
Hold on, I'm seeing a tow missile from Chatham here. He's trying to get this attack helicopter. He looks pretty on. Oh, it fades before it gets there. Wow. And we got Addy over here on the roof here. He's trying to help his team out by maintaining this rooftop control. This is really strong if Addy can get on the north part of this roof here so he can get rockets shot down on his tank. That would hopefully stop this B burn happening for OneUp and get ESF back in this game a little bit.
Yeah, ESF is going to be able to stabilize, but look at that. As soon as we say it, boom, there is a player on their gimme flag. So we are going to be seeing Delta flag starting to flash. Yeah, ESF right now, they are not going to be able to have an easy time whatsoever. They are constantly fighting from behind. And yeah, so Proto now has to make the choice. Do I try and spawn towards the middle of the map? Do I go and try and maybe take another warehouse flag? Or do I go back and try and save our gimme flag? Like, those are the decisions right there that are just so tough to make. And, you really need to have a good, in-game caller to be able to make those. But at this point in time, when you're down like this, the stress is hitting you. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos. And ESF really needs to show how good of a team and how much teamwork they have if they can come out of this with a win. Look at the tickets, though, right now. It's 394 to 350. So in the lead right now for OneUp. They do have that 152 ticket advantage. So we've got about another 140 tickets or so that ESF can lose before the game has been wrapped up officially. So this is a critical point in time. We've seen them stabilize. We see them starting to push towards B. Let's see if we can get a 3, maybe even a 4 cap out of these guys.
Yeah, no, honestly, and it looks like the B is going to go in favor of OneUp here. I feel for ESF. I really do in this situation, man, because I know I can feel the stress. I can feel these comms. Every single comm, everybody's hanging on to every last word. They're trying to find a way out of the situation. How do we put OneUp on their gimme? How do we get both these flags? What can we do? Is it our heli? Is it our jet? Is our infantry not shooting the tanks enough? There's a lot of thoughts going through everybody's heads, and it's just too much to even register at once. I feel for them. I definitely know there's a bit of tilt going on here on the ESF side. There has to be. If there isn't, they're not human.
Rubber did end up going down, so no helicopter that they have to worry about for the time being, though.
Behind.
That will give them a little bit of a breather. But at the same time, Addy just got picked up, so that's going to be no armor for the time being as well for the ESF side.
But look, they're burning the A flag. This is what ESF need. They have finally managed to get behind OneUp. This is where ESF are going to excel here. Oh, Addy, you've got to get this kill. Oh, no, Addy! Addy! It's okay. It's okay. You get him on the next life. We're going to switch over to the Proto POV here, but this is huge for ESF. They've gotten behind OneUp. They have a chance now. They know this. They cannot let all their players down that flag. They need someone to stay alive, and you can see it in back construction on A. That player's running. He knows how important his life is here. Oh my gosh, man, this is crazy.
That's a full wipe. That's a full wipe on that A flag right now. It is all OneUp. on that site at the moment. They're going to be able to keep it secured. That's a 3 cap going on in. So yeah, tickets are just burning on down like crazy. And I think what we have really seen here today is just OneUp is just the more dominant team. They're looking good in every facet right now of Battlefield.
Dude, it's hard to say, man. I'm surprised that we're not seeing more backburns from ESF, but that first round, I think they were surprised by how well OneUp played that. To be honest with you, I think they're taking it back a bit now. And if you're ESF's team lead, Brett, what is your call? What are you doing right here? What do you tell these guys? What is the comm? Like, what can you tell this team right now to get them back in this game? Say, hey, we've got, 90 tickets, and then we're dead, and then we're not dead, and then we've lost the game. What do you tell your team? What can you tell them?
I mean, honestly, I was never really good in this situation here as a team lead. I'm a fodder guy. That's what I typically did when I played competitively. But basically, at this point in time, they don't need to be focusing on how many tickets they've got left. Like that is something that you talk about before the round starts, and that's a target that you set in everybody's head. Hey, this is what we cannot lose by, or we have to win by, whatever it is. But right now, you're not talking about ticket counts. You're not talking about anything. You are focused solely on, hey, we've got to get these flags. We've got to get these spawns correct. We've got to make sure that our armor is set where it needs to go. Why are our jets not doing the work that they need to do in taking down their air? Like, you need to focus on those type of things, not the ticket count. Because when you start focusing on ticket count, it all goes downhill. People start worrying. They start looking up at the scoreboard constantly instead of just at the flag that they need to go, at the angle that they need to watch for that guy to come around the corner and take him down. Like, that's what they need to be focusing on. And at this moment, like, it takes a lot of individual just tenacity and focus in this situation. Like, there's not a whole lot that a single individual is going to be able to do. It's as a team effort. Each one of those guys has to sit there and be like, all right, I've got to cool down. I've got to play better.
Yeah, 100%. I just, it seems like ESF is showing flashes of just great gameplay here. I mean, for a minute there, they had all 3 flags burning for OneUp, and it seemed like OneUp might have lost 2 flags there, but OneUp again recovers on the B flag. They're back on the A flag. Is anyone from ESF here to defend their capture? Or is ESF already headed to B and C in this situation? Man, brutal. Just a major outplay here coming from the OneUp side. It seems they definitely studied the ESF gameplay as well.
Watch for Jeeps.
And I do like this. So we got rubber back here on the A flag, but we also have an armor piece all the way on the backside of A. I think this is Chadman. And they are basically just 100% keeping them off of A. That's going to be a 4 cap coming in just a few seconds. We got a couple of last second spawns for ESF, but unless we just see a miracle where they're able to take down the aircraft and the armor at the same time, there's no possible way. Yeah, that's a 4 cap going in. That is going to be game, as they have officially gone below the ticket count that they needed in order to win the game. And OneUp really solidifying themselves as one of the best, if not the best 16s team right now, because the pedigree that ESF has on their team is pretty darn strong. Like, there is a lot of history with that team and a lot of really good players, and they have just absolutely been walked over in these last 2 maps. And I hate to say it like that, I really do, but I mean, if you just go back and you look at the control that OneUp had in the first round in this game, to be able to play on that hard side, to be able to make that comeback from potential 4 cap, it was a 3 cap, and then be able to flip it and get a 4 cap of their own into a 3 cap to win the game. That is just huge. And then coming into the second round, I don't think they were even breathing hard in the second round. They were smiling, they were laughing, they were having a good time, and they knew that they had control of this game as soon as round number 2 started. They just knew it. And then if you look at the Myrick Valley, I mean, yeah, it was close in round number 1, but again, they're towards the end of the map. ESF, they just falter just a little bit, and OneUp was able to take advantage. And it seems like to me, when OneUp gets a bite, when they get one of those like little bumps, gets ahead, they don't let go, right? They just keep on going. They just keep on pushing. And that right there is that's tough to play against, man. When you get those teams that you just can't really seem to get them back on their heels, it's tough. It's really, really tough. And OneUp right there just doing a fantastic job on both of those maps. Just absolute control, absolute dominance. The teamwork was fantastic. The shot calling was fantastic. Being able to make those calls under the pressure that they had just chef's kiss. Beautiful job from them.
Amazing, dude. So I've got the bracket up here, and the ESF are now down. I mean, this will put them at 3-3 for their win-loss record, which is insane. Because if you think about it, ESF is one of the best teams. They're so hard to beat, but they've just gotten so unlucky. They got matched up versus URAN, I think, last week, and that was a hard matchup, and they went down to them. And then the OneUp matchup this week, the ESF have just had a real hard time these past few weeks, and OneUp's going to go up to 5-1. So they, and Brett, this is debatable if that one, it depends on who you are, but they actually 2-0'd a team, but they got, they broke a rule. They had a player on their roster that wasn't supposed to be there, so they got disqualified from that win. So they actually took a loss from that. Yes, so that was
so technically they're 6-0.
Yeah, so technically right now, OneUp Esports is undefeated on the field, but by the rules they are 5-1. So OneUp is that good right now. They are just dominant.
So who do we have hip here? I'm looking at the bracket here for the first time. So we got Team Australia, GV. So we have a 3-way tie at the moment. So next week is going to be our 3-way tiebreaker for that, because
yes,
I'm
not
really sure how this system actually works. But do we know what the games are going to be next week and who's matched up against who?
We'll have to wait for the 2EZ versus AM game and all these games to be played. And
okay.
Yep. So Ventum versus A&V, that gets played tomorrow at 3 p.m. I may or may not cast that. It depends on, if I want to or not, to be honest, because it's kind of a lower team, but it's actually more interesting than some other games because these two teams are fighting for playoffs because they are, I think, what is this? Where are you at? A&V and Ventum are 9-10. So potentially if they win this game and then win next week, they could just barely snatch that number 8 spot and make it into the playoffs. So that's a pretty important game tomorrow between those two teams. Whoever wins that actually has a chance to make it to playoffs. Whereas the game we just watched was more or less who's the better team because there was a lot of speculation. So OneUp really showed themselves here. Just dominant performance. ESF, a great team. I think they need a little bit more time with their new jet pilots because they just picked up a new jet, and that could have played into their air gameplay there. But, dude, that just shows you the jets on OneUp are not to be messed with either. I mean, the dominance from these guys are just – it's hard to even quantify. They're just winning everything at this point.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, seriously, wow, thank you for watching. I'll be taking the next 2 weekends off for casting. I'll be back for the SnP playoffs, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and do all this other stuff to stay up to date with everything that we're doing over here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.